مرحبا بكم يا أصدقائي. Welcome to another episode of Serious Arabic. I hope you're all doing well and keeping up with your Arabic. Now guys, it has been a while. I know I've been very busy with work at the moment, so the content has not been as consistent as it should be. But I'm going to work on it and try and keep the content more consistent now. So, the topic for today is passive verbs. Following on from our last video, check out the link in the description. We are going to be learning how to conjugate passive weak verbs in Form 1 in Arabic. And this is part 1 of 3. However, before we get started, if you enjoy these videos and you'd like to see more Arabic videos for free, then please do hit subscribe now, as it really helps the channel grow. شكرا جزيلا. لنبدأ. So, what we have here, what we're going to be focusing on today, is verbs in Form 1, weak verbs, where the weak root letter is the first root letter. For example, when the first root letter is a waw, alif, or a ya. That's what we're going to be focusing on today. So, verbs like wajjada, which is to find. Now, to put this into the passive in the past is very easy. It's just like putting regular verbs in the passive in the past. For example, kattaba, kutiba, wajjada, wujjida. Same thing. Wassafa, to describe. Wassifa. Just like kattaba, kutiba. Same thing. Wada'a, to put. Wudi'a, it has been put. So it's very simple. Forming the past of these forming the past tense of weak verbs where the first root letter is a weak letter is very simple in the past. There's the full conjugation. So pause this, grab your pen and paper and write it out until you feel that you've got it, because it's good to know how to be able to conjugate these in the past. Okay, let's continue now. A couple of sentences. وصفت القلعة من قبل الكاتب. The castle was described by the writer. So, we've got the verb وصف, which is to describe. وصفت, because it's in the passive and it's feminine singular, because the noun that is being described, قلعة, قلعة, which is a castle, is feminine. So that's why it's feminine. Now, this is something really useful. Look at this here. من قبل. Okay, this is if you want to say by. For example, it was written by or it was produced by. In Arabic, you use this. من قبل. Okay, that means by. And we use it in the passive. So by the author. من قبل الكاتب. Okay? Gonna learn a synonym for that in a second now. وضع القدر على الموقد من طرف الطاهي. The pot was put on the stove by the cook. So وضع is to put, but وضع because it's in the past. قدر, pot. موقد, stove. Now look at this. من طرف, من طرف, من طرف, من قبل. Notice something? It's the same. It's just a different way to say by in Arabic. And the cook, الطاهي is the cook. So by the cook, من طرف من طرف الطاهي. Okay? Or you can say من قبل الطاهي. Okay? Both of them. So learn them because they're both very useful. ولد في بغداد. ولد في بغداد. Sorry, something going on there. Okay? Baghdad is the capital of Iraq. So he was born in Iraq. Present tense now. Check that out. It's interesting because basically, you know that in the present tense of these weak verbs where the first root letter is a waw, alif, or a ya, you know that in the present tense it disappears. For example, wajada, yajidu, wasafa, yasifu. In the passive for the present tense, the waw stays. So for example, yusafu, it is described, or tusafu, it is described for feminine objects. So much easier again, I think, a passive or present. So pause this, write this out until you memorize it. Okay, sentences now. يوجد فص الثوم في الثلاجة. There is a head of garlic or bulb of garlic in the fridge. Now notice يوجد. This means quite literally it is found. But this is a nice way in Arabic to say there is. So there is a head of garlic. يوجد فص الثوم. So it's يوجد because the noun is masculine. But if it was something feminine, it would be تجد. There is. So always remember the gender of the noun when you're using يجد. يوصف الأسد في الكتاب. The lion is described in the book. وصف يصف in the non-passive. وصف وصف يوصف. وصف يوصف in the passive. Okay? أسد, lion. Do you want to know how to learn how to say lion in Moroccan درجة? We don't say أسد, we say سبع. Okay? It's a cool word for you. Okay, last one. يوضع التشديد على المقطع الأخير. The emphasis is put on the last syllable. Okay, that's all for today. I hope you've got any questions. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions, please do put them in the comments section. Please like and subscribe. شكرا جزيلا وإلى اللقاء.